Hello everyone, and thank you for joining yet again. In my last presentation where I was talking to you about the different options for Aaip PNP, different streams for Aaip PNP, I also said that in my next video I will take you through the application process for Aaip. So Aaip follows a new expression of interest system. So I will take you through that particular process. So depending on which stream you select, whether it's an express entry or a non-express entry stream, the process differs a bit. But no matter which stream you select, as long as you are a worker who is interested in a AIP stream, the expression of interest process remains same. Okay, so let me take you through the process here in this particular whiteboard. So how it works? So the process starts with creation of a Alberta account. So this Alberta basic account has to be created for anybody who is interested in Alberta PNP. Don't worry, this is a basic account. As the name suggests, you don't need any Alberta address proof or Alberta ID for this particular account. Anybody from anywhere in the world can create this account. You only need an email address and some basic information. Once you have that information created, you are good to start creating your expression of interest or EOI system. This is the new system Alberta introduced last year, and this has been going on since then. One quick point on the flow for express entry. If you are interested in Canada PR, then you obviously know about what express entry is. Express entry is a federal program for granting of permanent residence in Canada. If you also have an express entry profile, great. You should have an express entry profile in addition to any PNP profile that you might be creating. If you have an express entry profile, good, hold on to that information. I will just come to that in the presentation later. So once you create your Alberta account, you would start by creation of expression of interest. How to create that expression of interest? You would log into the Alberta labor website and open a expression of interest or create an expression of interest. I will take you through the step-by-step process for the expression of interest. One more reason for me doing this particular presentation is what I noticed is that the Alberta expression of interest point system went through certain changes. Let me show you quickly here. So it went through some changes very recently, 7th August 2025. So I was just thinking of doing a refresher on this particular process. So that's the reason I'm doing this particular presentation. Okay. So where was I? Expression of interest. Yeah. So you would create your expression of interest in the Alberta labor portal. Once you have created that expression of interest, you would get assigned a score. There is a scoring system introduced along with the expression of interest system where an individual can get from 0 to 100 points based on different factors like your job offer, your job location, your experience, your age, your language proficiency, and other factors. So depending on those, you can get from 0 to 100. I will do a detailed EOI analysis or a score analysis in the next part of this particular video. Otherwise this video would be too long if I do everything in one video. So once you create your expression of interest, provide your details, you would get a EOI score. At the time of creation of expression of interest, you would also specify which stream you are looking for application. So this is something similar to what you must have done in your express entry, where you would say which province you are interested in. This selection is only information that Alberta is obtaining from you. They can invite you into any of the stream they think your profile is fit for. Okay, so for example, if you applied for tech pathway, and they found that you are suitable for AOS, they can send you an invitation under AOS, and then you will have to either accept that invitation or not and move forward. So when you are creating your expression of interest, you would specify which stream you are interested in. Once you specify that particular stream, it will again depend if it's an express entry stream or a non-express entry stream. If you have an express entry stream, you would have to enter your express entry details at the time of creation of expression of interest. If it is not, you just create your expression of interest without your express entry details. But again, I would highly recommend and suggest for each of you who is listening to this video to have both your express entry profile and your Alberta PNP profile. Don't create one of them, create both of them. So now, whether you have created an express entry profile or not created an express entry profile, both of them comes to the process of waiting for the Aaip draw. Now, what's a draw? Aaip at the time of introducing expression of interest system has introduced a draw system where it does a draw very similar to done by federal government under the express entry program. In each draw happens multiple times a month. There is no definite timeline on when it happens. The last one happened on 27th of August, and in August we still have done Alberta has done 3 draws in August, but in July it has done more than 5 or 6 draws in July. So there is no consistency or defined time as in when Alberta does a draw, but when they do a draw, they specify which stream they are doing the draw for, what is the EOI cutoff score for that particular draw, and how many people they have invited for the draw. So for example, they would specify which one of these streams are part of a particular draw. Like for example, the last draw that happened was for law enforcement pathway under the Alberta Express Entry stream, and the last score that they invited was 45, and then they invited very less number of candidates for that, but that's a different story. Okay, so you would wait for the draw, and then depending on your stream, your score, you would get qualified for a notification of interest. So once the draw comes out, Alberta sends out something called a NOI, or a notification of interest. Notification of interest basically means that Alberta is now inviting you to create a PNP application. They are interested in your profile and they want you to create a express entry profile. When you get your notification of interest, that email will contain all the details on how to proceed forward and how to submit your PNP application. I already have a video on my channel on detail of how to create a PNP application, but I can take you through that again. Once you follow the instructions in your notification of interest, you would create something called a PNP application. This is the stage which is very comprehensive. You have to fill up an online application form, you have to submit all the documentation, and you will have to pay the fees. So this is the first stage where you are required to submit any documents or pay any fees. Before that, till now, you are not submitting any documentation to anybody, right? Or you're not paying any fees to anybody. Apart from maybe your language test, there is no issues. There should be no expenses at this particular stage. Your language and I think your education qualifications, because you will have to create your express entry profile. So apart from those general steps, no fees is payable to Canada or Alberta before this particular stage. This application fees goes to Alberta PNP or Aaip as they call themselves, and this is when they will start looking at your PNP application and taking a decision on that. Right now, let me take a happy path where you submit an application and then you will await the decision of Alberta PNP or Aaip. This stage can take a long time. Right now, I have heard people waiting a year for this particular decision to take. Before this decision is taken, Alberta might request you for some additional documentation, some additional explanations, or some additional details. Be on top of your mails and communication and respond very, very timely to that. Normally, when they send out a question, they also send out what they are asking and by when they need a reply. So make sure you meet that particular timeline. Once you get a decision and you get approved, you get something called a PNP certificate. PNP certificate basically is a confirmation that you are now nominated by Alberta for a PR. Now, as I said earlier, that you could choose to have an express entry profile and select and be invited under one of the express entry streams. If that is the case, the process differs a small bit from here. Now, let me take you through the path where you don't have an express entry profile. If you don't have an express entry profile, you would directly apply for the PR. That's a very simple step. You get your PNP certificate, you will get an email also saying what to do next. So you can directly apply for PR from this particular stage. When you apply for PR, again, you will have to submit your application, submit some documentation, pay the PR fees, submit your photographs, all those things. So this is a direct application for PR after getting the PR certificate. However, if you chose the express entry route, what will happen? After getting the PNP certificate, you would get 600 points in your express entry profile. So this is the plus 600 points that will add it to your current express entry score. You would get a nomination. Once you accept the nomination, you get 600 points. You will then have to wait for the express entry draw to happen. Now, federal express entry draws are very, very regular. They happen every couple of weeks, and PNP is more or less invited in each of the draws I've seen. I've never seen PNP not getting invited in each of the draw, but it can take a couple of weeks to get that draw to happen. Depending on when you get your PNP certificate, you should get a nomination within 2 to 3 weeks. You should get a ITA within 2 to 3 weeks of getting those 600 points. How it works, like say for example, you got nominated today, right? Today is 29th of August. I don't know what was the express entry last express entry draw, but say the last express entry draw happened yesterday, Thursday, right, on 28th. Now you will have to wait at least, so today 29th you got your nomination. In a couple of days you will get those 600 points in your express entry profile. Now the next draw can happen on say 15th of September, or 15th of September. For example, let's say next draw will happen on 15th of September. So you will get an ITA on 15th of September. ITA is the invitation to apply for PR. And after getting your ITA, you apply for PR following the same or a similar process. The PR application as such looks and the content is same. It's just the route that you are taking. I took this particular route where I got the PNP certificate, got my 600 points, and then waited for an ITA, then got an invitation, then applied for PR. So it might seem like the express entry path adds 2 to 3 weeks of your processing time, but it's still worth it. So after you get your PNP certificate, you either apply for PR directly or you apply through the express entry portal. Whatever it is, application for PR is again one of the comprehensive steps where you submit your application, you submit your documentation, submit your fees, but this is the final step in getting your PR. Once you apply for PR, there is a decision to get the approval for PR. Once you get approved for PR, you get your PR certificate and PR cards on your mail. So that's a different process of PR process. So I'm not expanding beyond the apply for PR stage here, but that's a totally different process. So what I wanted to give you an overall idea is what is the overall landscape that looks like if you are say applying for a PNP route. This route is more or less similar for all the provinces, which could be a bit different. Some provinces don't have a EOI system. They give you a notification of interest directly. Even Alberta had something like that, but yeah, that's the process that it is there right now. Now let me quickly touch on the decline part. So say for example, if you get declined, unfortunate, but this does happen. Here what you can do, you can submit a reconsideration request if you think that they missed something in your application which would have helped you in getting a nomination. You can always submit a reconsideration request, but this reconsideration request is a one-time activity, and what you need to understand is that this decision is final. So there is no guarantee that you will get a positive response on your reconsideration request, but this is, once this is done, this is the final step. You cannot proceed beyond that. You cannot do a reconsideration request on top of another reconsideration request. So that's a very unfortunate part. I have heard some people falling in this particular path, but again, I have heard a lot people going through this happy path and getting nominated by Alberta. Okay, so this is what I wanted to cover. See, this video is already like what, 16-17 minutes long. Okay, so in my next part, I'll do few more presentations on the expression of interest system, on the expression of interest scoring system. I already have a whiteboard for that, which I will get in the next video. And this is the QR code for you if you want to join and join the WhatsApp groups that I have. Please join that WhatsApp group. It's a good resource for everybody. Okay, so yeah, this is what I wanted to cover in this particular presentation. Any questions, anything that you think I might have missed, let me know. I'll do an update on based on your comments. I'll try my best to get to the comments section of this particular video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.